Hello, this is Obzzarvatory. We are in SkySaga. Look, SkySaga, it says so right there. SkySaga. What is SkySaga? It's somewhere between Minecraft and Zelda. So it's Trove. No, it's not really Trove either. But it's like if you played Trove, it's that's probably what you can compare this to. Although I'm sure there's a bunch of other blocky games you can compare it to. But I've played a lot of blocky games, and a lot of blocky games, they think that, oh, we're going to make a blocky game because people like blocks and pixels. And that's not really why people like voxel-based games, you know. This game gets it right, though, I would say, so far at least, that I've seen. I'm going to first person here again. It's different in Trove that, like, while Trove has a gazillion weapons and 4 skills and classes per, or like 4 skills per class that I remember, you would think that the customization there, like, it feels like you would have more of an individual character, but somehow, even though this game doesn't have classes and it doesn't have a gazillion weapons, it has more like 5, and you choose which of them to use. Still feels more customizable. Your character feels more unique, and in addition, this has more of the building elements and the mining and the resource gathering elements, and to be honest, better adventuring elements, I would say. Smaller worlds, but we'll get into that. We'll have a look at that. I'm actually not in my own world right now. This is my one of my friends' world. Actually, my only friend's world, Poe. I was kind enough to help me out and answered most of my questions. Poe is a VIP member, which means he's can play 24/7 all year round, or at least for the duration of the alpha. While as I have had 1 week so far. This is the end of the week, so I'm making my video, my little review, if you will, or my thoughts on the game. So let's have a look. Observer's Sanctuary. My measly little world. That's pretty much what it looks like. Less impressive, isn't it? So the way you get to other worlds, and actually let me talk about how worlds work. So basically, you have this island that you start on. It's about the size that you can see here. Like you can see pretty much the whole island, and then there's a little bit of stuff down in it. I can dig in it, I can build on it, I can expand it, like I can just like build out here. If I fall down, I'm not actually going to lose much. I just respawn back here. And there's like floating islands everywhere else. I suppose they symbolize where other people live, because everyone has an island like this. And using the airship that you saw over there, you can go visit your friends. You can give friends permissions to build on your island, and you can do all sorts of things on your island, like build. And you have crafting benches that you use for things. For example, to make useful contraptions such as this. Boing. To sometimes get up when it works. And then you have down here you have like this portal thingamajig. That if I have one of these stones, I did. I'm actually going to split one of those up, use one of those. There we go. I throw it into here. And what this does is it generates like an adventure world, which is considerably larger. There are 3 types of them. We can go and have a look at those afterwards. There we go, and I jump through that portal and things happen. You make those stones that, you know, like keystones. So there's like a resource found around the map, or you begin with a few on this map, then you can loot them off of like bosses and chests in the other adventure worlds that you go to, and you can mine them out of the walls in caves and such. Then you go into the use keystone oven here, and then you can decide to make, there's currently 3 different types of keystones. There's like 2 colors, there's green and there's white. Green being like grasslands and white being snowlands, and then there are 3 difficulty levels of them. So you have the light, the normal, and the, what's the other one called? Dark. The dark green or dark white keystones. Which will spawn you using the portal that we saw down here. It will spawn you worlds. The light ones will spawn you like smaller worlds. With a few objectives on it, not particularly challenging, but with also like resources and things in it, and bosses and mobs. And medium ones will be, you know, a medium variety of that, and the dark ones will be fairly large worlds. Actually, the medium worlds are quite large too, and with more bosses and more dangerous mobs and more better loot, and so on and so forth. And what's I about to say? Oh yeah. So in those worlds, people can join you there. Like your friends can choose to join your location using their airship. People will also randomly be transported to the very same world that you went into. They are temporary, these worlds. It's not like world 15B and then you like go there every now and then. No, you generate a world, and then like the next guy to generate a world will probably end up in yours as well, if it was the same type of world he was trying to generate, and then up to like 3 or 4 people usually. But sometimes no one will join, which is delightful because you have all of the resources to yourself, and it's not a race for the chests and the boss. And then there's also, like, even if I generate a let's talk about the light green types. Actually, let's head into one of those worlds and we'll talk about it there. So I have a little bit of chests here with stuff in it. There's my recipes. Here's my all sorts of crap. Here's my... Actually, I stored my medium sorts of crap in here before because I was trying out PvP. Well, yeah, there's PvP as well, and you spawn into that. We'll take a look at that afterwards. I'm just going to like put on my favorite gear, which is worn. There we go. And yes, we put all those things in the slots here. Why do I have all those things? So this is what I've crafted so far. Not particularly good quality. Well, it's decent. We'll look at more at the different, why they have different colors and such, but let's equip it. We put that on. Now I have like a golden captain's armor for the most part with some varieties to it. And then what you can do, like you set up combinations of tools and weapons and blocks like you would in Minecraft down here, with the little exception that you have 2 hands to equip things in. So for example, I want to have dual golden swords. Now I have dual golden swords on the one there, right? And then I want like probably dual pickaxes, golden. Where's my other? There's it. There we go. But I could set up like a version with 1 pickaxe and 1 sword for defense, so I can chop things with this and then attack most with the other. So usually what I would do is I have these 2 combinations because well, I usually have this too. Like I have a torch. I'll head down just to have a look why. So the reason I would do that is because some places is fairly dark. Say up there, it's a little dark. If I was only having this, you couldn't see much. With the torch I can see better, but I would chop slower. Like this is the speed of 1 pickaxe, and then if I use the dual version, I'm much faster. And then I'm gathering these resources. Damn it. Yeah, I'll leave those there. So the other thing I would do, I would have like a version for particularly hard mobs, which consists of, in this case, a stone shield and a golden sword, which you can block with the shield. This is kind of a little bit backwards, so I'd probably do it the other way around, but never mind, I'm not going to a difficult world. But I might later, so let's see, there, and there. And then the arrows are passive, so I don't have to equip those anywhere. I'm just going to drop these, I have a lot of those stones. Bow, I put that there. That's not putting it there. Not sure what I did there. Okay, well, there it is. And I'll put a food on one, and then that should be pretty much it. That's what I need. Damn it! Bow is 2-handed, obviously, so there. And I'll probably have a torch together with the food in case I need to eat. Right. Now, all I need... Well, actually, I've made one of those stones before, so let's head into one of those worlds and have a look. did not make one of those. Let's take another one. Let's not wait for this. Ah, a fresh adventuring world. Alright, so what I was saying, like this, I mean, dire wood crossroads, I don't know what that is, but usually there's like two main types of easy levels. One consists of a town and the other one consists of a mine, for the most part. But, yeah, now we're in the besieged village. So, even though this is like the town type, I've seen it like 3 or 4 different types of towns, and 3 or 4 different layouts of the mine. They're fairly similar, but there are variations to them, so there would be some objectives on different spots. The town ones are useful for, because you get like these quests to gather a certain amount of plants, for example, which is most easily found in large quantities in these farms. Most notably, this food, like the pumpkins. If you find a pumpkin farm, which I've been spending 100 of those stones trying to spawn the correct world to get those pumpkins, because you keep getting that quest for some reason, and it's really annoying. You need to gather like 30 pumpkins, but not just from looting it. You have to actually find them on the ground or off a mob, which they rarely drop. But yeah, this is the kind of world, so you can spawn these different things, and you can harvest resources here. Trees, obviously. You know, like if you look around, you might find a cave somewhere. You'll probably find some different houses. They're not huge, these easy ones, but the medium ones are quite large, and I've only actually been to one hard one because it requires like special ingredients dropped off of bosses that are quite rare. They're called dark hearts, to combine into your stones, your portal stones. And there's usually wolves, which are dangerous. Not to me though, I'm a super proficient dual sword fighter, and they drop cool things. I'm looking for, there's usually like a mage tower somewhere around here. I would have thought it was up here. But yeah, you go here and then like you have a quest probably to obtain wool or some kind of flour or wolf pelts, or just kill a certain type of mob with a certain type of weapon. And you go out to these adventure worlds and you do that, and then you go gather things, and you have to like, yeah, rambling. So, another thing that you'll do here, these kind of quests, or something that is very useful to know about the game, is metals, which you will use for crafting quite a bit. Not that easily found everywhere, in the form of raw ore, I mean. There's not that many mines initially, and eventually you'll find them, but they're quite hazardous to go into. But everything you see in this game, like you can get the recipes to make all of these things that you see here, like all of these buildings, all of the furniture and such. For example, if I were to smash this is obviously made out of metal. There we go. And it drops some metal ingredients that I will pick up, and then I can like disassemble those and smelt it around for something else that I need. So that's actually a more viable way of getting metals and resources than it would be to mine in many cases. Same with the barrel here, probably going to drop some metal, some wood. In this case only wood, and some currency. There's loads of that stuff. I'm talking about quests, and I'll show you that in a bit. Because there are these different quests that you have to do. Makes more or less sense, I would say. Some of them. There are quite some. There's some balancing issues to be done with those quests. Let's have a look here. Let me quit my torch so I can see. There we go. Ah, this. If you only knew. Candle! It's like the second one I found ever. I have a quest to loot yeah, it is actually the second one I found ever. It's a really terribly annoying quest. And it has to be, it's like a low drop chance off of things that looks like it has candles in it. Not oil lamps, not like glowy coal lamp type things, but those actual candles I just found there. So you just witnessed something borderline a miracle right there. And I still need 8 more. But let's have a look at those quests. So here you have, under skills, you have like different types. Obviously it's early in alpha, this game, so we only have these 5 types here, consisting of architect, blacksmith, explorer, knight, and miner. So architect quests consists of that. This is basically what builds your furniture and all sorts of things for your island. And in order to complete this quest, you get, for example, the objective to place 20 torches for decoration on your home island, or craft 5 chairs, or collect 15 bone fragments to tidy your home island. Once I complete one of those, and I get a zone or like press a complete button, which is Q, and it would add up XP for me, whatever XP those were worth, progressing me towards the next rank. I'm at currently maximum rank in architect because it's quite frankly the easiest one to rank up. Which will gain you some rewards in your mailbox, usually a recipe for something that you probably have already, or well, that and some materials generally. Then you have blacksmith, which is, you know, crafting weapons and shields and tools and things like that. So the quests I'm currently having there is to craft a golden captain's armor, repair 5 shields. I have no idea how I would ever be able to damage 5 shields enough for them to be to repairable, basically, and become a sword restorer, which I've deducted means that I have to repair a sword. Explorer, far more annoying to complete. They give you kind of quests like the one with the candle here that I just talked about, and like the one with the pumpkins that I just talked about. And in this case, get 20 acid from a nocturnal plant, which is plants that spawn on medium maps and higher in the night. Well, it's actually not that difficult to get those. I don't think they spawn on this map. And yeah, those kind of like pick up things and smash things and get resources and kill different animals and such out in the world. And I'm just gonna skip night for now for good reason. Miner is obviously to, for the most part, either obtain or craft different kind of metal parts. That's basically what it is. Mine different ores at a certain speed or a certain type, or turn them into something. And when you complete all these, like when you rank up, you get a recipe and some rewards in the mail. Night, on the other hand, is as you can see, I'm only rank 1 in night. It's because it's impossible to do any of these. PvP currently is only open on Thursdays, which is the day that everyone that was accepted into an alpha but are done with their first week can play, so they can only play on Thursdays. And that consists of PvP type objectives like capture flags. And the PvP that I tried earlier, it seems like only capture the flag is available right now. I don't know if that rotates on a weekly basis or if that's the only mode, but it was quite fun. I actually did a hat trick. I captured all the flags for my team, which is very expected. I am, after all, very good at PvP, as you all know how much I love PvP. Alright, so that's kind of what the crafting is. We can actually show some of the crafting afterwards, but let's just run through here really fast. So this would be like, in order for like some objectives to count, I'm a little overgeared for this, to be honest. For some objectives to count, you would have to like actually go to the end of the dungeon, which we'll do now. Another tip, if you're just getting into this game, or you can remember it for later, the by far best way to get metal is to smash these like grids on the ground here. They will give you, and there are large amounts of them some places, give you these little iron bars usually, and you can turn them into some other types of metal. And seems we have a lot of loot here. You can smash everything. They usually give you some currency that I would imagine is going to be used for trading, but there isn't anything like that just yet in the game. And then you have chests with loot and the recipe. Chandelier recipe, excellent. And these candles, they do not count towards my quest, unfortunately. I have to actually smash things and get them. Same with the pumpkins. Most of these things I actually don't need. I'm just picking it up. Now, let's have a look over here. Another tip. Golden swords are, for some reason, seems to generate more things. Like if I were to smash this with an iron sword, I would probably only get like 1 iron bar. but since I did it with a golden sword, I got 2. Let me just learn this recipe since I have it, in case I die. I don't know what that looks like, but we can have a look afterwards. No. Down here is probably the boss, because this is like the end of the world. So there's a boss and a friend of his. So we can have a look at, we can try to like shoot the archer just because he's an archer. Another tip, if you shoot from above, you seem to do more damage. The same thing if I were to like jump, when I hit that boss, I would crit. But I would also take double damage if he hit me while I jumped, which is interesting. So I'm going to give him a few shots in the head from up here. And they are knocked back a little bit. Some weapons like hammers seems to have like a more of a knockback effect. I'm not sure if that is entirely, if that is a correct observation, or it just seems like that. You can take quite high amounts of damage if you're not paying attention in this game. Like, you can fairly easily die if you don't know what you're doing. Especially if you get like more than one mob at a time. And then you have like these end of dungeon chests, which usually contain some goodies like these keystone fragments and some currencies and recipes. Home title deed. That would actually rename my home world to be called something else. I don't know what I actually want to use that. I like Sanctuary better. There we go. See if there's anything here. Nope. And I'll spare you the loading time. At the end of an adventure, you get like a little adventure log where you can see everything you did, and in much detail. Yeah, exactly what you did. How many chests I found, photos I took, and so on and so forth. And usually, if I had actually completed an objective during that, it would have listed it up there and given me the corresponding XP for it. So now, with crafting, let's have a quick look at that. I'm going to try not to drag this video out too long. The basic two-world machines that you have is, you have the anvil, which you use to make tools and weapons and armor. You have the workbench, which you may use to make furniture and like convert wooden things into other wooden things. And then you have the smelter or the forge, which you use to smelt ores into iron and iron into parts, for the most part. And you also have like this little PvP board, and obviously you can have a lot of chests and furniture and all the rest of the crap here I've just been placing out in order to complete various quests, which tells you to like place 10 flags on your home island. So I just have 10 flags over here that I pick up and put down again every time I get that quest. The same with the pictures and like those little objects over there. I'm just testing statues and pillars, and then you have a mailbox where you get things, which I didn't get now. Daily adventure, you get like a free stone every now and then, which is like a medium world. But yeah, we were talking about crafting. So in the forge, I can choose to, well, I can repair and to dismantle items. For example, I want to dismantle this iron rod, I can do it in here, and I will turn it into regular ores. And I can choose to turn that ore into, for example, well, not the decorative jewel, I would have to have jewels for that, but buckles, weights, bolts and plates and rods. So let's have a look here. Here I have some of my raw metals. There we go. Thought I had some gold. Probably don't have gold, so I can't complete my make golden armor quest. So for example, if I choose an iron or a plate recipe, I need 9 metal ore, it says. So usually you would think, okay, put iron ore in there, that would be an iron plate. I can also use rose iron, and it will be a rose iron plate, or gold, or in this case a blue steel ore. There isn't that much difference in what they do, but for example, if I need to make a here's different recipes that some of them you have start with, some you unlock through finding those recipes around the world and as rewards in mails. There's a metal plate mail armor, then there's like the captain's version of that, and then there's different looks of them like this. I have the captain's variety. If I wanted to make this out of metal or iron, I could do that. That would be like the regular type, but I could also feed it like gold plates and gold rods to make a gold version of it. Or I can combine them to make God knows what. And it's the same with all of the weapons and all of the tools and such. And from what I can gather, like, there isn't much difference in the effectiveness of them. It's not like steel plate armor is necessarily better than iron. But what I've been told by Poe, which is experienced at this, is, for example, with weapons, the golden swords will give you more loot. Golden pickaxes will like chop slightly faster than the iron ones, or they will. Seems like they do more damage to a block. So like they would, if you have an iron block and you pick it with gold pickaxes, it will do it in 2 chops rather than 3, for example. The blue, if you like make swords out of steel, you can actually try to make a steel sword, just because I haven't had one before. Let's see, blue steel ore. What would we need for a sword? It's not much, is it? Sword. Metal plate 3, wood rod 1. So I'm just gonna start this on making a simple order of 3 blue steel plates. So I was working on it now. In the meantime, I'm going to pick up a wood rod. It should be in here. Nope. There. Should we have mahogany or should we have pine? I think we'll go with mahogany to make it classy. And whoop, we got it from there because it was ready. And that would make a sword. The reason I have many of them is because it takes a little bit of time. There we go. So that's now crafting. And this should take, how much did it say? About a minute to make. Some things take longer, some things take considerably shorter. And for my large orders, that's why I have more than 1 anvil. So the steel swords should swing faster. The rose iron ones should basically have a higher durability. I think that's like the known logic that is in them. I expect there to be a lot more stats. I really hope there will be. I'm pretty sure there will be. I'm almost 100% sure that someone told me that the developers have confirmed that, but I won't say so here now, just because. It's ready! Let's have a look. Put it down here. Ah, glorious. Not sure if it's faster. Let me show you the types of weapons that I've found so far in my travels. You have daggers. I have only iron ones. Supposedly they are faster. I think I have 2. Yeah, they do. Faster than swords should be. I don't have the recipe for daggers yet. I'm hoping to unlock that. Okay, put it here first. And then I'm going to make like blue steel daggers and see if that is awesome. But yeah, they're like, I'm not really, it seems to be like a long break in between being able to kill things with the daggers. I don't know really if I'm doing something wrong or whatever it is, but anyway, so that's daggers. I prefer swords so far, and then I think I also had some, let's see, this is like my spare crab chest. Hammers. I only have 1 hammer? Pretty sure I had another hammer. Pretty sure I had another hammer. Well, anyways, I don't like hammers because they are slow. Then and pause. So, but they do like smash things backwards. Yeah, we can actually see that on the chicken there. Let's do it on the sheep. Hello, sheep. Not so far. It was heavy. It was full of wool. And the last thing that I've found in terms of weapons is this thing. This is like loot from a boss. I haven't really seen anyone use this because it's very slow. And it's probably better to see in third person. Like a big 2-handed club kind of thing. It does give a considerable smash to people, but it's really slow, like loading up. So yeah, that's the gist of it. So I think we'll just finish off here with doing my second round of PvP ever, just to see how that looks. And hopefully I'll do more videos on this, but it depends, because as I said, I had my first week, and the developers are only giving 1 week to everyone that is accepted, with the exception of Thursdays.
Capture the flag.
And on Thursdays we'll be able to join like the 1 day in the week, and because that's the PvP day. But if I do get VIP status, I might be able to play.
Capture the flag.
Capture the flag. We're probably not going to be doing the whole round here, but let's join. I was blue last time, so we'll do red now. I'm going to do it with my 200 club. I haven't seen this map before, and it's
flag dropped.
Flag dropped. Last time I went in here with no armor, and that was just for because I wasn't sure if you lost your things here like you do otherwise. Like if you die, you drop your loot basically, and yeah, you can go pick it up again though, unless someone else does. Oh, there's a blue guy. No, there's a red guy with a blue flag. Protect him! He seems to be good. I actually should probably navigate this map so I know. Oh, okay, so they have our flag too. Alright, alright. Is there 2 flags, or what does that mean? There must be an archer around here somewhere, because there's dead teammates of mine.
Flag taken.
Ooh. Okay, the likelihood of me actually hitting someone here with... Ah! Nope. I think we'll do a sword combination. Yeah, so, but I did discover, like I said, I did like a triple capture last time I did this. In my very first map ever, or PvP ever. So I think what I'll take away from that is that you're much faster without armor. So I was actually able to, as long as I could like get off to the side from where you steal the flag from, it was quite easy to outrun them, since I was wearing absolutely no armor. I had a hammer, that's it, which I never used because it was slow.
Flag reset. Flag capture.
Flag capture. Oh, did they?
Flag reset.
Yeah, I see. So I can't sprint the entire time, because then you see my little bar down in the middle there. Will go down. Oh, archer! I have no shield. I'm gonna run in here, take cover from that archer. Did someone shoot in here as well? Let's go up here. This is the kind of PvP I like. It's optional. Haha! Death from above. No, it doesn't. Okay, I thought I had that. I thought I would crit actually. I hope. No, I thought I have considerably better armor than he does. Anywho, so that is my first impressions and my thoughts on this game, and we shall cover it further if we are given the option to. And thanks for watching, guys. I will see you later, and I shall win this with no viewers. It will be much easier. Oh, we have their flag. Yeah. See ya. Revenge.
Flag capture. Flag reset.